In today's video, I want to go over yet another free game that is coming to the PlayStation 4. It seems like we've been talking a lot about free games on the PS4, from Dead or Alive 6, Dissidia, Final Fantasy NT, and what do those games have in common? Well, they're fighting games, and we've got yet another fighting game getting a free version, and that is Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. Xenoverse 2 Lite is coming to the PlayStation 4 for free. It'll be coming very soon, and it'll be coming to the West, so I do want to talk about that. And along with that free version, a pretty major update's also coming. On top of that, we've got the announcement of a couple of PlayStation 4 games I want to go over: a 2D futuristic arena title in Gravity Heroes, Alwa's Awakening, which is an old school 8-bit adventure title, and the mutant soap opera Mutazione steals hearts on PlayStation 4 later this year as well. There's an in-depth post on the PlayStation blog about that, so I wanted to highlight that title. And we've got some pretty interesting information for the GDC panel that Google is hosting. Specifically, Amy Hennig and the studio Crystal Dynamics are going to be appearing at that. What they could announce, I don't know, but that is a pretty interesting inclusion. We'll talk about that at the end of this video. First up, for those of you that have yet to play Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, a free version of the game is coming with Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Lite. Bandai Namco will be launching a free-to-play version of DB Xenoverse 2, which will include an online mode. Magazine leaks have revealed that a free-to-play version of the game will be released by Bandai Namco on March 20th in Japan, and Xenoverse 2 Lite will contain the beginning of the story mode, parallel quest, raid mode, online mode, and the minigame Hero Coliseum. The PlayStation blog has also announced that Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 Lite will launch in the West on PlayStation 4 on March 19th, so we're actually getting it ahead of Japan. That's just based on how the PlayStation Store updates. We always get our PS Store updates on Tuesday, so I imagine that's why Xenoverse 2 is coming then. Now, how major is this? Probably not all too major, but it is going to offer you enough content. Again, the beginning of the story mode, parallel quest, raid mode, online mode, and Hero Coliseum. We're not going to know exactly in terms of what characters we're going to be able to play as, but it should be a couple characters for you to delve into. And at this point, Xenoverse 2 has often been forgotten about, just because if you do want that Dragon Ball experience, I feel like the majority of gamers have moved on to Dragon Ball FighterZ. They are two distinctly different experiences. FighterZ being an Arc System Works title, a more traditional fighting game experience. Xenoverse 2 being a more arcade style experience. But if you did want to jolt up interest in Xenoverse 2, this is a pretty good way to do so. A free version that'll allow players that are fans of Dragon Ball but don't want to invest real money into either games just now, or people that have just never played Xenoverse 2, because at this point it is an older game this generation. Maybe they picked up their PlayStation 4 later on in the gen, and if they did want a Dragon Ball game, again, they probably flocked towards FighterZ, but now they can go back and check out Xenoverse 2 for free in the form of a Lite version. Again, that'll be dropping on March 19th, so that's pretty exciting. Also, we've got the announcement of a couple of different PlayStation 4 games that'll without a doubt go a little bit under the radar, so I wanted to get you guys up to speed on them. First up, 2D futuristic arena game Gravity Heroes is coming to the PlayStation 4. Here's an overview of the story, and before we get into that, I have to say I love the presentation of this game. Really looks like an old school style game. A long time ago, men and synthetics lived in conflict. At this time, rumors of a great war were emerging, so human leaders and synthetic leaders reached an agreement and made a peace alliance. Synthetics, as they're called, are intelligent and independent systems or robots capable of reproducing and living together, as well as humans and other beings. Many humans fear the existence of synthetics and refuse to relate with them, as they consider them only as programmed machines. In response to the prejudice, synthetic rights advocacy groups were created. Despite the small conflicts, the vast majority of men and synthetics lived in peace and do not cause great uproar, but in recent days, strange cases have been reported in several different places on the planet. Groups of synthetics are revolting and attacking the population. The heroes, the Gravity Heroes, have been activated, and the mission is to neutralize and investigate what could be causing this mysterious revolt. The game is touted as a fast-paced 2D futuristic arena game where heroes called Gravity Heroes fight, controlling gravity for peace between men and machines. To bring the feeling of nostalgia, the game follows a pixel art style. Its futuristic appearance as seen in the 90s should also be apparent in the art of the scenarios, characters, items, and interface. Items will have more mechanical parts, screws, electrical wiring, and LED lights. The game touts that there are 25 different enemies organized in waves ready to defeat you. You're gonna boost your abilities with plenty of items, weapons, and power-ups, and if that is not enough, you can invite your friends and play up to 4 players to defeat the mightiest of bosses. You can also play against them in a versus mode and prove who is the true master of gravity. We don't have an exact release date for Gravity Heroes, however, it is scheduled for a release sometime this fall. Another game that's been announced is Alwa's Awakening, and following on the old school side of Gravity Heroes, this has an even more old school look, as it's an 8-bit adventure game, and this did launch on PC back in February of 2017. It was received pretty well over there, and now it's making the transition to the PlayStation 4. In Alwa's Awakening, you play as Zoa, a heroine sent from another world to bring peace to the land of Alwa. Equipped only with a magic staff, she awakens in a distant distant land and must set out to help the people. Traverse dangerous dungeons, meet interesting and fun characters, and explore the world in this 8-bit adventure game. Just like the old classics, you won't have a flashing arrow telling you exactly where to go and what to do next. Instead, you are free to find your own way, and by using your magic staff, you can progress through the over 400 unique challenging rooms in the game. The game touts a retro game with an authentic feel. Use your magic staff. You are Zoe with easy to understand controls. You'll jump and fight your way through the many different challenging rooms, explore the land of Alwa, find new items and learn new abilities, and an old school 8-bit soundtrack will also be included in the game with over 25 new original tracks composed by Robert Cressay. Alwa's Awakening will be hitting the PlayStation 4 very soon. It comes March 21st. And as far as new game announcements go, I do want to give you guys a heads up on the new mutant soap opera that was announced. Mutazione is coming to the PS4 later this year. The game's an adventure game where the juicy gossip is just as important as the supernatural adventure part of the game. The game is full of colorful dialogue, distinct character voices, and irresistibly tangled love lives. It draws on the ensemble cast format of storytelling in favorite television shows such as Star Trek, Twin Peaks, Grey's Anatomy, or BoJack Horseman. Over 100 years ago, a great meteor named Moondragon struck a tropical holiday resort. Most of the inhabitants perished, but those who didn't remained in the mutating environment and founded the small community of Mutazione. Fast forward to modern day, where you play as protagonist Kaya. She travels to this strange and secretive community to visit her ailing grandfather Nono, run around the village, choose who you want to talk to, and explore your way through an in-game week of small-town drama and scenic hangout spots. As you nurse your grandfather back to health, you make new friends, discover old betrayals, unravel long-kept secrets, and try to save everyone from a mysterious darkness at the heart of it all. We don't have a release date for Mutazione, but it will be coming later this year, and it will be playable at PAX East from March 28th through the 31st. So we'll probably hear more about the game as PAX East rolls on. Alright, so that wraps up all of the new PS4 game announcements. However, there is one bit of news that I do want to cover before we close this video out, and that is Amy Hennig and Crystal Dynamics are said to appear at Google's GDC panel next week. Now, we know that Google is looking to get into the gaming industry, but it's probably going to be from a streaming side of things. At least that's what I'm thinking based on their beta that they ran. However, Google also confirmed recently that developer Crystal Dynamics, the studio currently working on the Avengers project, will be present at the Developer Day session of the afternoon of March 19th. Additionally, Amy Hennig, someone that worked on Uncharted, will also be present. And what will they be announcing? What will they be telling? I don't know. But considering that Crystal Dynamics have been hard at work on this Avengers project and we haven't really heard anything about that, this is their first public appearance in a very long time, they should be announcing something sizable. Otherwise, why would they be making a public appearance? Now, them making a public appearance at a Google GDC panel, that's a little bit interesting. I don't know if they got some sort of partnership or anything like that, but we'll see how that comes out. And id Software and Ubisoft already confirmed that they're appearing at this Developer Day session as well. Combined with the fact that Jade Raymond was recently hired by Google as a vice president, it looks like Google might be making a wave in the gaming industry. They are a juggernaut of a company, so of course, if anybody can break in, it would be them. However, I'm not completely sold as what they could bring to the table. However, with the resources they have at their disposal, of course, they could do some tremendous stuff. We'll keep you guys updated as GDC rolls on. And again, that'll be held on the afternoon of March 19th, so we're not far too off from that either. And that is going to conclude this video. Again, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 will be getting a free component with Xenoverse 2 Lite. That is coming to the PlayStation 4 March 19th, so you'll be able to try that game out in a smaller form very soon. The 2D futuristic arena game Gravity Heroes will be coming to the PS4 later this fall. Alwa's Awakening will be dropping March 21st. That looks to be a pretty cool 8-bit adventure title. A mutant soap opera in Mutazione comes to the PlayStation 4 later this year. And again, Google's Developer Day session is happening March 19th. We know Amy Hennig's going to be there. We now know Crystal Dynamics is going to be there. id Software and Ubisoft are already confirmed for the show. Could be some surprising announcements coming out of that. And that's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.